Hey everybody, I am Sissi Thompson and welcome to WKT's Backstage. On today's show, right at the top, have we got some amazing news? We have got the winner of the Eliminator tournament. Nikki Suyama is set now to go after the belt from WKT's own world champion, Miss Miriam Kim. And guess what? We're going to be talking to Nikki, and we're also going to be sipping a little tea with our world champ, the boss, Miriam Kim, and the one and only Nikki Suyama, and talk to them about the upcoming battle. And guess what? On today's big interview, I've got KWC's own Canadian National Directors, Marc and Sharon. And what a great interview it is. So make sure that you put on something a little bit comfortable, grab a beverage, and join me backstage. Hey, y'all, how are you doing today? Well, I tell you, I always try to tell you guys a little bit about what I've been working on, but I want to ask you, did you guys catch the Eliminator tournament on Saturday and yesterday? I mean, there was some amazing singers, amazing singers. Congratulations to Nikki. We're going to have her on later in the show, but I was just blown away by the talent. You know, we are working on a new project, several of us, called Wheelhouse. And what Wheelhouse is basically a little bit of everything. Vocal coaching, which I've done many years before, but had never done it virtually until Keep On Singing. And I've kind of created my template for it. And you know what? It works. We're doing vocal coaching, vocal performance coaching, promotions, marketing, oh gosh, special events, just a little bit of everything. And I've teamed up with some really amazing people as well. And why did I do that? Because all this stuff is in their wheelhouse. I know you've heard us use that term a lot in the last year on the virtual competitions and stuff, but it truly is an amazing word. And that's why we wanted to bring in amazing people that have a little something to offer that can definitely work and fill the need for what you, the vocalist and competitor, might be looking for. So if you're needing some help going into a competition, if you're needing some help with song choice, whatever you need, definitely get in touch with us over here at Wheelhouse. Open up the Wheelhouse menu and choose what you need. No contracts, no nothing. It's simple. Now, let me shut up running my mouth and let's get to the news.
Hi, everybody. It's Whitney John Stewart here. Little technical difficulties with Sissi in terms of our interview here with Nikki Suyama, but she will be back in just a few minutes with tea time. She's going to have Nikki and Miriam Kim on that segment, but I guess I'm going to step in because I have the privilege to talk to our North American champion and the winner of the World Championship Eliminator Tournament. Look, everyone, it's Nikki Suyama. Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me. Impromptu interview. So thank you for this. You know what? I just want to say congratulations and well done on the tournament win this weekend. Tell me a little bit about the journey that you went through to get through this all. And Bob Owens in the final. What a great final between the two of you. Just talk to me about the win and how you feel.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel great, and I feel a feeling of relief that always comes at the end of these tournaments and challenges, and competition rounds. The anxiety, anticipation when you're sitting there watching it happen and you're waiting for the scores to come out, and oh man, it's a lot, but it's always great. It's always so fun, and I get the chance to go up against these other incredible singers who everyone that I went against, was just did an amazing job, and Bob especially was phenomenal. Man, he sang, and I was real nervous. I was real nervous for my performance, but it ended up working out for me, so I'm pretty happy.
Mm-hmm. Well, because of the win, you now have the opportunity, and I think it's the first time ever you have this opportunity to go head to head with the karaoke champion of the world, WKT World Champion, the boss, Miriam Kim. What are your thoughts and feelings about the upcoming sing-off?
Man, so Miriam is a beast. Anyone that's ever seen her perform or compete knows that. And so I'm pretty nervous. I definitely have my work cut out for me. Her and I, one, we great friends, so that's a thing in itself. But which actually makes it. I enjoy competing with friends. It's better than competing against people that you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Miriam's fantastic, and she's a veteran at these karaoke competitions, and she's been doing this for a long time, and she knows how to play the game. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows her voice. She knows her instrument, and our styles are so similar. And we both love the glitz and the glam. We both love to get done up. We both love, the big diva songs. And so it's going to be a really interesting one. I definitely have my work cut out for me, though, because she's one of the tougher competitors I've ever gone against. So here we go. It's going to be a
Well,
good show, though.
she is the world champ for a reason, but you are a champion in your own right. We created that North American title to be the workhorse title, and we wanted to hopefully have a singer that represents all the things that we wanted it to be, which is grit, determination, and just pure class on stage. And you were all three of those things. So I really appreciate you not only being a champion in your own right, but a champion for the brand. You've been exemplary since you've won that title 2 years ago. So I'm glad the judges saw it that way. And now it's champion versus champion. We're putting out hashtag 2Belt Nikki to see if that works out for you. So good luck to that. And just let everybody else at home know, we're going to be announcing the date for the World Championship Sing-Off next week. We might even announce it next Monday on Backstage. And also, you at home will make a vital part of what will transpire in the Sing-Off. We're going to let you stew on that a little bit and go, what is he talking about? Well, we're going to let you know how you can be involved in shaping the entire sing-off. So stay tuned for that news as well. But in the meantime, thank you, Nikki, so much for joining me today. I know in a couple seconds you're going to be talking with Sissi and Miriam over in Tea Time. And you were in such a lovely location, too. You were out in a park, I guess. So it looked fantastic. Thank you so much for being a part of WKT, for being a great champion, and for winning the tournament, first tournament of the 2021 season. So congratulations, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye for now.
Hey, we are here to sip a little tea. I've got something a little bit special here today because we are celebrating. I've got two of my favorite gals with me sipping some tea today here. I've got our WKT World Champion, Miss Miriam Kim. How are you doing, honey?
I'm doing great.
And I've got the current North American champion who just cinched her position to compete against you, Miriam. in the Eliminator tournament. Give it up for Miss Nikki Suyama. How are you doing?
So good. How are you both doing?
Fantastic.
Doing
Congratulations.
great.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I just spent some time with Nikki a little bit earlier here in the show, asking her some questions, talking to her about her WKG journey, and I asked her a very, very important question at the end of our talk, Miriam. I said, what do you think you're going to have to do to beat Miriam? And Nikki, real quickly tell Miriam in a summary form what you said.
So Miriam and I have already had this conversation before about what it takes to compete and do well in these competitions. It's one, your vocal abilities, yes, very important, but it's also about playing the game. And Miriam is a veteran at that. So she's been doing this longer than I have. And she's also one of those people that I've learned from and watched over the years. And even though when I was competing, she was mentoring, but she still got up on that stage and sang, and I would see like, oh, okay, this is why she's a champion, and so for me, it's really about going back and watching her videos that she's put out in this virtual world, right? Because it's a little different than on stage, the virtual world is weird and different, but so it's about watching her videos and trying to figure out her strategy and see how I can combat that. But she is a beast. I mean, anyone that's ever heard Miriam sing knows she's a beast. So it's gonna be intense, but I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be a really good show.
Absolutely.
And I love Miriam. So
it's like watching those game day videos in the coach's locker room, getting all prepped up. And you are exactly right. Miriam knows how to play the game. I mean, she's a karaoke royalty. She's been a mentor, and now she's doing her own coaching business. So she is coaching people on how to sing well, sing right, and how to play the game. Miriam, how excited are you that Nikki's the one that cinched the opportunity to go up against you?
I'm actually extremely proud of what Nikki has put out. I remember watching her back in 2017, and she was definitely someone I looked at and was like, oh, this girl's got some serious potential. Like if she just tweaked a little bit here and a little bit there, like she's got it in the bag. And now she's a three-time North American champion of WKT. And this is actually the first time we're going to be going up against each other. First time ever. So I'm super stoked because I've seen her grow as an artist, as a performer, and I am just extremely proud and extremely excited to go up against her because, when you go up against the best, it really steps up your game. Right? You're sitting there, hum-de-dum at home, and you go, wait a minute, I'm going up against Nikki. All right, we own. It's on, Nikki. It's on. If I thought I was going to sleep on this and just be like, oh, I'm just going to sing a couple songs. No, I'm going to bring my A game. But at the same time, I know she's bringing her A game. And we just hope to bring a really good show to you. And doesn't matter what the outcome is, I'm just super stoked because I'm going up against one of my favorite people. And yeah, this is just going to be great.
I remember when we started out with the tournament and I had you on, and do you remember I asked you, I said, what do you think if you do get the person that challenges you, what are they going to have to do? And in summary, you said to me, well, they're going to have to put a lot of work into it because I know what I bring to the table. And so that's what they're going to have to do. And you said, and I'll be very proud of them if they would have done that. And so it really, really just thrills me to hear you say that about Nikki. So many of the competitors that were in the Eliminator tournament were just on their game.
Oh, yes.
Dawn Hayes did an amazing job. Anthony, Lindsay, just so many. Even though they didn't make it as far as Nikki, I mean, they really, I don't know if you girls noticed it, but a lot of people really stepped up their game. Our WKT Masters champion, Bob Owens, I mean, totally stepped up his game. So they definitely knew what they were working towards. And that, of course, is all compliments to you, Miriam. You're a fantastic champion. you're everybody's cheerleader. You never hesitate to give everybody some advice, some mentoring, and they definitely knew that they had to step up their game to win the opportunity to go up
Well,
against you.
I know it's really, really hard. I've been doing this for well over a decade, and the amount of work that really goes into honing your craft, because it really is a craft, right? So honing your craft, I mean, that takes a lot of work and dedication, and so I have to agree with you, Sissy. Watching these past 2 days with the competition, man, we had some newcomers come in and just slay. We had our veterans come in and amp up their game. They did the best performance I've ever seen them do. They just got better and better. So hey, listen, if I'm that catalyst to make you step up your game and bring your A game and really challenge you to bring the best of the best that you've got, I'm here for it. I'm here for it because win or lose, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is to see the people that I love and that I've come to love become better. And if challenging me or the idea of challenging me brings that out of them, great. Let me be that catalyst for you.
Absolutely. 100% agree. Nikki, I know that you're going to be getting ready here over the next several weeks. Song choices, getting into the studio, getting ready for this matchup. I want to ask both of you if it's okay. What I'd love to do is I'd love to check in on you guys and definitely follow your road and your journey through all of this, if this is okay with you. Let me ask you this, Nikki. Do you think that you're going to bring back any of the songs that you utilized, or is that information that you're going to keep top secret right now?
No, I really want to bring some new stuff out. I want to put out some new stuff, and I think I'm going to need to, because the stuff that I've utilized before, I think every song I've done at this point, all my hard hitters, I've done at least a couple times now. Right. So I'm like, I think I need to step up my game. I think I need some fresh material, some new, fresh, better material to go up against Miriam. I mean, like she was saying, she is the catalyst to make me want to do better. I really got to bring it. So I think you're going to be hearing some new stuff from me, but we'll Wonderful. See.
Well, you know what? That's what it all is all about. No matter what level you achieve in competition, you should always keep learning. And I'm sure Miriam would agree with this. You never want to stop learning. This is a sport. You're honing your craft, like Miriam said, and it just encourages me to hear you say that. And again, it encourages me to see Miriam just being a cheerleader for you and you guys loving on each other. We're still a musical family. And I just have to say, I'm proud of you, Nikki, and Miriam, I'm very proud of you. And we all look forward to seeing this matchup. It is going to be one heck of a showdown. Congratulations to you, Nikki, and Miriam. Congratulations to you, too. We now have a showdown.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Oh, man. Here we go.
We're excited, too. We will definitely check in with you two young ladies along the journey and see how you're coming along. Good luck to you both. We'll see you soon.
Hi, my name is Alan McDonald, Director of Talent Quest International Karaoke Contest, and we're here backstage with the amazing Sissi Thompson.
Hey, 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 I am so excited today about our guest on the big interview. I had this amazing power couple on a few weeks ago, and I asked them if they would do me the honor to come and join us on WKT's big interview, and they agreed. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome KWC's Canadian National Directors, Marc and Sharon. How are you two doing?
Hi, Sissi.
Hey,
We're
Sissi.
great. How are you?
Oh, doing well now that I can see your faces. It's so good to see you. It seems like it's been a long time, but it's only been a few weeks ago. How are you guys doing up there? Is it cold or is it
No,
warm enough?
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful day today.
It's like, well, I'm going to speak in Celsius. So it's like 25 degrees today. It's gorgeous.
What
And
would that be? 70,
kids are in the
76?
pool. I don't know. I
Yeah,
can't
like
speak Fahrenheit.
76, 77.
Yeah,
76.
but time is, we're locked down right now. So time is moving strangely, I think.
Yeah.
You guys are locked down again. My goodness. We just got a notice here from our governor that they are going to be letting us go without mask on June the 2nd.
Wow.
So it's slowly starting to get back to normal for us. You know, when I asked you guys to come on the show today, I've been thinking about it over the last few days. And, you know, even though, and I expressed this to you guys, you know, right before we came on the air, I know you, we're friends, I love you, you love me, I support you, you support me, but I don't know a lot of your history. So, and I'm sure that a lot of people don't know that as well. And so I'd like to kind of delve back a little bit, if you guys are okay with that, and just kind of tell, you know, our watchers how you guys got started in karaoke competing, how you guys met, and all of that good stuff, you know. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over to you guys because I want to know, first of all, how did you get started in the world of karaoke?
Well, I think, well, first of all, we met because of a karaoke competition. It actually wasn't this competition, but I got started with KWC in 2015. As a supporter, and met Whitney in Winnipeg at the Nationals, and then we went to Singapore that year. Got to know Whitney, who was heading up North America at that time, so we went with Team North America, and just enjoyed the experience. Was so incredible. We came back from Worlds, and I remember telling Whitney on a phone call or a messenger call, like, I just want to stay involved and I want to help out. This was so incredible. And so at that time, Whitney asked if I wanted to help by running Ontario. And I was so honored and flattered, and I just kind of took it and ran with it. Had a great time that year, and haven't looked back. Like the KWC and just, I think, singing competitions in general, but there's such a great atmosphere and a family vibe. And there was so much, and really when we were in Singapore is when it really kind of hit home. People from all over the world could really get together and bond through music. And you know this, Sissi, I mean, you've seen this over and over again, but it's just such a great feeling and so much positivity and support of others. And you know, people realizing, hey, we're all in the same boat. Let's help support each other and be positive. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. You know, I'm not a singer myself. I'm a closet singer, but it's just been an amazing experience, and I've loved every minute of it. So
that whole familial feeling you're talking about, it's infectious, and it really is. And anyone who's ever experienced it would say the same thing, that it really gets in there, you know. And
it's true.
Be a part of it. It just draws you in, and it makes friends for life, and it creates a family.
Well, and it really does. And I think that's one of the reasons, you know, a lot of people think it's funny when I talk about you guys, and especially you, Sharon, because you're very good friends with one of my besties, Jeffrey. And when we'll be on comment threads, people will be like, oh, I bet you guys have a great time when you all get together. And I'll say, I've never met Sharon face to face. I've never met Elsaida. I've never met a lot of people, but it truly, Marc really hit on a note. Music truly does draw us all together. And I think even in the midst when things maybe aren't so good business wise, you know, we still try to let music draw us together and help heal. and you just move on. And I've told you this before, and I'll tell you again, what an impression you guys have made on Jeffrey. Every time he's come up there, he's had just an absolute blast. We watch your shows, and you guys do it, and you do it very well. Set an amazing example for all of us state directors. Let me ask you this, as far as the competition itself, you guys are kind of at the beginning to mid stage, I assume, of this year's competition. How did the pandemic affect you? Because if I'm not mistaken, you guys were scheduled to host, and then here came Corona May. Tell us a little bit about how you navigated through that.
Yeah, that was it was unbelievable. We had, excuse me, I'm losing my voice today. Excuse me. Yeah, we had everything set to host the World, and we were hearing about the pandemic, or we were hearing about this disease in China and everything, and feeling like it was so not close to home. And then when it hit and we realized this is not going to happen this year, it was a huge blow, obviously. And we had contracts signed, and it was a big disaster. But we pulled together, we weren't sure we were going to have a season at all, to be quite honest. And we pulled it out kind of at the last minute. I think we just got started like late summer, early fall. And I don't even remember now. It was such a whirlwind, but
yeah, somebody one day was just like, online. Let's just
do it. Yeah.
Why not?
Make it happen.
Yeah. And so it was like, yeah, why didn't we think about this earlier? And then it was just a mad scramble, but we pulled it off. Like I say, I don't mean to break my arm patting ourselves on the back here, but by gosh, we did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
You sure did.
Discovered his hosting powers. He's hilarious,
or
actually.
Lack thereof.
No, it was great because he's just so candid. But he was able to, we just did the best we could with what we had. And
you did an amazing job. You are the maestro. You are the wizard behind the curtain.
I'm all like black and white, and hey, let's get the job done. And he's being hilarious on the side. But the singers, I think how it's affected us though, and we touched on this last time, that I think virtual will always be a component of what we do. For example, like this week, we've been spending all week doing virtual like video chats with our singers, giving them feedback on their videos, like meeting with them. And it's funny because there are a lot of years when you don't meet people from other provinces until you get to nationals.
Mm-hmm.
But this has been fantastic because we talked to a gentleman in Newfoundland, we talked to a lady in Manitoba, and get to really kind of know them before we get to that point. So I think when we're back in person, it'll be nice to have that. We'll still do that, I think. I think that's what we're learning.
It's giving us more FaceTime with people that you wouldn't normally have. Yeah. So there are negatives, and there are a lot of positives as well that you were able to. Some blessings.
I 100% agree with you on that. And we've all kind of learned together, as we've kind of, like I said, navigated through this. And, I've joked about it. I mean, I started sitting on the toilet with the backdrop being our shower curtain. And I've moved up. I'm downstairs in the media room. I got my own ring light. I'm all fancy schmancy now. And it makes it so convenient. I never thought about doing coaching sessions with any of my students virtually before. And now here I am, and it's a medium. It's not my medium of choice, but it's working for me. And the convenience factor, like you said, is a huge, huge thing. I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys do on the flip side? So you guys are not doing karaoke 24/7. Marc, what do you do during the day?
I am a professional painter, commercial and residential jobs.
Oh man, I wish you were here in Columbus. I could use you right about now, my friend.
Oh yeah, no, it sounds boring, but I really enjoy it. Watching paint dry. It's fascinating stuff. No,
Let me tell you something. It is definitely an art, and it is a lot of hard work for sure. Sharon, what about you?
I'm a veterinarian, so practicing veterinarian for the most part. I own an animal hospital here in Ontario, and have done for, I guess, 15 years. I've owned that practice. And then I run a telehealth company as well. And obviously through the pandemic, veterinary telehealth became just as important as human telehealth. And so we have a software platform that we put into veterinary clinics and allow them to perform telehealth with their own clients. So that's become a huge part of my professional life now.
Well, I'm really excited, Marc. I wanted to ask you, I know you guys, met and became sweethearts and an amazing power couple. And, of course, Michael and I met because of karaoke. So we love your story. Let me ask you, Marc, how did you get started in music? Has music always been a part of your life?
Oh, geez. Well, it all started when I was a boy. No, but music, is a part of anyone's life, really. But growing up, I got into high school for music as a percussion major, and then I didn't like, being a teenage boy. I didn't like bringing a xylophone with me home on the bus when I was trying to talk to people, you know what I mean? So my marks dropped, and I had to switch to vocal, and I found myself doing better that way.
Are you saying that it's more cool to be a singer than be a xylophone player?
No,
It looks like that's what he's saying.
Not that it's more cool to be a singer than a xylophonist. It's just for myself. How do I backpedal out of this?
You can't.
All right.
It's too late.
All right.
But he's an amazing singer. I think one of your teachers approached you and asked, why aren't you in vocal? Because he heard him singing one day, right? Am I wrong?
Yes, that happened. And then I switched because I succumb to authority. When they tell me to do something, I do it. I don't know why that's a thing. But anyway, I got into karaoke because that's just a natural progression. If you love music and you're social, you're going to wind up doing karaoke because, let's face it, karaoke is at bars. And it just kind of grew from there. I heard about this competition, this Karaoke World Championships. I thought that sounds too good to be true. I got to give it a shot. So I did. And I realized that Sharon Quinn was the national director, Dr. Quinn here. And we had met previously before I had started that in a different competition.
What was funny about that was he won the other competition. And I hadn't really spoken to him much other than to say congratulations. And then when he showed up at the audition for KWC, I turned to my brother, who's a judge, and I said, isn't that the guy that won Hidden Talent? And he goes, I don't think that's the same guy. And I was like, those are the same shoes. I remember his shoes. He had these like white sneakers and I remembered them. And I was like, I know that's the same guy. And then he was like, you might be right. And so we made a point of talking to him, and sure enough.
That was me.
Marc, she noticed your shoes, my friend.
They were pretty good.
Right?
Listen, everywhere.
Who wears white high tops the final of a singing competition?
Marc, and you noticed it. I think that's wonderful. And when Michael and I are telling our story, and like you guys, it does sound something like a Hallmark movie, but isn't it amazing that karaoke, some people think it's corny karaoke. They don't realize this entire world that is international that we have going on. And just think that one choice that you made to enter that competition set the stage for you meeting the love of your life. I always think things like that are just not mistakes. I think it's kind of cool. Well, I definitely want to know, what is the future looking like for KWC Canada?
I think our main focus, Sissi, this next little while is just going to be continued growth of our competition across the country. We see more and more provinces getting involved every year, and more new faces. I think we just want to continue to grow and develop and help our singers, and have the same, also have returning singers coming back year after year. The other thing too is that hosting Worlds in Canada is still definitely on the horizon. It's something that we want to do. We want to see people healthy again and able to travel and back together in person. But we most definitely are going to be hosting a huge Worlds event here in Canada at some point in the near future. And then the other thing too is that you've given us so much credit today, and I really appreciate that. But I just want to say that our entire team here in Canada, which also is growing year after year.
Every year it gets bigger, and we couldn't do what we do without them. They're really they're the backbone, really.
Yeah, just the hours they put in, just tirelessly volunteering so much of their time and
being paid
coaching, judging.
Only in takeout.
In large part, yes.
Yeah.
But they're fabulous, and the singers as well. I want to give our singers a ton of credit, particularly during the pandemic, for their courage and for pulling everything together that they've done for us this last couple of years.
And in the face of it all, just being able to get themselves back out there. You know what I mean? It's a very agoraphobic time. And even through that agoraphobia, still being able to put yourself out there in some ways is still commendable, I think.
Absolutely. I think
it's very
I think in
important
some
to do.
yeah, I think in some ways it was kind of therapy for everybody,
Yeah.
having something to do, for sure. Well, I am really, really, really excited to see what's going to be coming down the pike for KWC Canada. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, you guys always do a first-class job and set an amazing example for all of us. And just tremendously, I hold a tremendous amount of respect for you both and the program that you guys have done in KWC Canada. I look forward to having you guys back on the show soon. Definitely utilize this platform for whatever you guys need. And from my heart to yours, again, it was an honor today. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Sissi. It's been great to see you, and hope to see you in Whitney soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon. You guys have a great evening and take care.
You too.
And just like that, another Backstage is in the can. I want to tell you what, I want to thank all of my amazing guests that were on the show with me today. The Eliminator tournament winner, Miss Nikki Suyama. And I appreciate her being on Tea Time with me and our WKT World Champ, Miss Miriam Kim. And man, you can't forget that big interview with KWC's own Canadian National Directors, Marc and Sharon. Thank you guys so much. And I'd like to thank you, my viewers. I want you to definitely make sure you share this, like this, go on to our YouTube channel and subscribe, because if you like this and you want to see more, we need your help. Make sure that you send in all your ideas. Find us at worldkaraoketour.com/backstage. And again, like I said, any venues that you want to spotlight, Venue Spotlight is going to be starting up here soon, and we need to have a great amount of venues to show you guys, the competitors, all of the amazing spots around this country. Thanks again for joining me today on Backstage, and remember this, all amazing performances, yeah, they happen on stage, but all of the juicy tidbits happen backstage. I'll see you next week.